This is lesson 5.4a. We're going to focus on multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. So our objective is to do just that, multiply fractions and mixed numbers. We will multiply fractions and mixed numbers by dividing common factors and by multiplying across. So there's a few different things we're going to talk about here. First of all, when we multiply fractions, it's different than adding them. We don't need to create common denominators because we're asking for multiple groups of that fraction, or we're asking for a fraction of a fraction. So we're looking for a percentage of a fraction or a smaller piece of a fraction. So there's two steps to multiplying fractions. First of all, on the side here, we're going to look to cancel diagonally. Basically, we're looking for common factors. So we want to say between 5 and 3, is there anything in common? And then between 2 and 8, is there anything in common? Because if we can cancel out something diagonally, it saves us from having to simplify at the end. So in this case, 8 and 2 share a common factor of 2. I can divide by 2 and get 1, divide by 2 and get 4. This saves me from having to divide by 2 at the end, because when we multiply across, 5 times 1 is 5, 4 times 3 is 12. If we hadn't taken that 2 out, we would have gotten 10 over 24 and had to simplify. Much easier to simplify when the numbers are smaller, but you can do it either way. So our final answer would be 5/12. Notice that we were taking a fraction 2/3 of 5/8, so our answer is smaller. Now when we multiply a fraction times a whole number, we're going to need to rewrite. We're taking 3/7 of 28, which means it's going to be a smaller piece of 28. We're going to have to rewrite it so that the 28 is a fraction. Then we'll follow the same rules. Look to cancel diagonally. 3 and 1, no. 7 and 28, yes. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 28 divided by 7 is 4. This saves us from canceling out later. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 times 1 is 1. Our final answer is just 12. So that would be a smaller piece of 28. That would make sense. Then last, now we have fractions with negative numbers. Negative rules are exactly the same. Negative times a positive, our final answer should be negative. And we follow all the normal rules of multiplication. Look to cancel diagonally. 3 and 4, no. 1 and 5, no. Let's multiply across. Now if it helps, put the negative sign with one number. I'm going to put it with the -3. -3 times 1 is -3. 5 times 4 is 20. So our final answer would be -3/20. Now I went through those examples pretty quickly, so if you need to, rewind the movie and watch them again. Now let's think about word problems. What are important clues for multiplication? When it comes to fractions, we want to think about the word of, or a fraction of something, or a part of something, half of something. So in this case, the largest hummingbird is the giant hummingbird of South Africa. It weighs 2/3 of an ounce. The smallest hummingbird is the bee hummingbird of Cuba. Its weight is 1/10 of the weight of the giant hummingbird. 1/10 of the weight. So that little word of tells us we're taking a fraction of a fraction. So it's, what is the weight of the bee hummingbird? So if we took 1/10 of multiply by 2/3, we have an equation now to find it. So we look to cancel diagonally. 2 and 10, we can divide by 2. 1 and 3, we can't do anything. 1 times 1 is 1. 5 times 3 is 15. So the bee hummingbird is 1/15 of an ounce. That would make sense. It's smaller than the giant hummingbird. Gotta love hummingbirds. They're very cute. So now we got one for Santa. Christmas time is coming up. And I love the movie Elf, so I couldn't help myself. So it says Santa's toy bag is 9/10 full. Buddy the Elf was responsible for 1/20 of the toys that are in the bag. What portion of the bag was Buddy responsible for? So again, 1/20 of the toys. It's a fraction of the entire thing, which means we're going to be multiplying by that fraction, getting a smaller fraction than 9/10. 1/20 of 9/10. We want to look to cancel diagonally. 9 and 20, nope. 1 and 10, nope. Multiply across. And we have 9/200 of the bag Buddy was responsible for. So we could say of the bag. Now, of course, like everything this chapter, we are adding variables. So we have 9/15x times 5x/9. We're following the exact same steps, canceling diagonally, multiplying across. But now we need to look to cancel variables. So for example, we have 9 and 9. We can divide both of those by 9 and get 1. And then we have 15x and 5x. Let's think about the numbers first. We can divide both by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now we have to say, okay, there's two x's. X divided by x is 1. X divided by x is 1. It's the same thing as with numbers. 1 times 1 would be 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Now, if you didn't cancel diagonally, we would have gotten x over x in our answer. And we would know that x over x cancels out, and we would have still gotten the same answer, 1/3. Let's look at another example with variables. So now we have y and 11y. Let's see if those cancel. Y divided by y is 1. Y divided by y is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now remember, when we canceled out the y, the 11 didn't go away. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 11 is 11. So we need to keep the 11 in our final answer. Now we have a problem where both the variables are on top. Let's still first look to cancel diagonally. 3 and 6. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now the x didn't go away. There was nothing to cancel with. 2 and 7, nothing to cancel. No x to cancel that x. So now we multiply across, and this time the variables are still there. 2 times 2 is 4. X times x is x squared. 1 times 7 is 7, and that would be our final answer. Please, if you need to, go back and look at these variable problems again. Now, a little bit of review on multiplying mixed numbers. Remember, we can't just multiply the whole numbers and multiply the fractions. It doesn't represent what the numbers are, like with addition and subtraction. So here are the steps. We have to write them as improper fractions, multiply the numerators, multiply denominators, simplify, and then go back to a mixed number. Now, if you would like to cancel diagonally like we were doing, you can do that as well. Now notice we have positive times negative, so we know our final answer will be negative. I'm going to write in that negative sign. Now let's put them into improper fractions. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3, 13 over 5. Now here we're doing 2 times 4 plus 1. Don't worry about the negative until the very end. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. Now we can add in the negative. Don't do it till the end. So let's look to cancel diagonally. 13 and 2, no. 5 and 9, no. So we have to do 13 times 9. So we have negative 117. 5 times 2 is 10. Now we want to put it back into a mixed number. 10 goes into 117 11 times, and there are 7 left over. So our final answer as a mixed number be negative 11 and 7/10. Try out these two exit pass problems. Please be careful. Go back and watch anything else that you need to.